Hi everybody, thank you so much for having me today. I'm Olga Hunler and I have a PhD in clinical psychology and I'm working on gender and migration topics. I'm one of the signatories of the peace petition, and because of the political situation that I am going to present now, I have been a postdoctoral researcher at Bremen University since 2016. Since July 2016, deteriorations in democracy and human rights violations have been accelerated in Turkey. Universities, academics, and intellectuals are chosen as a target by Turkey's authoritarian regime. President Erdogan publicly expressed his desire to establish a national academia in many incidences. As part of the prolonged state of emergency, 37 emergency decrees have been enacted since September 2016. As a result of which, 15 universities were closed down. 300 graduate students who were studying abroad were expelled. More than 6,000 academics were dismissed from their jobs without explanation or due process of law. On 666 ongoing trials, academics for peace have been charged with either propagandizing for a terrorist organization or degrading the state of Republic of Turkey. At this moment, total sentences are 150. 919 of them are suspended, 4 of them are deferred, and 27 of them are convicted. The Court of Appeal has upheld the 15-month of prison sentence previously given to Professor Dr. Zübeyde Füsun Üstel, an academic signatory to the declaration entitled, "We will not be a party to this crime." 73 other files awaiting judgment of appeal court. We have been witnessed by several transgressions and breaches in several domains after the January 2015. Freedom of expression is vastly violated by trials and disciplinary investigations. Dismissals from the universities and all public services, forced resignations and retirements, suspensions, restraining sabbaticals, or postdoc leaves, season academic promotions, and upgraded violated the right to work. Freedom of movement is violated by invalidated and cancelled passports, travel bans, which applied to spouses and children as well. Isolations from the international academic environment preclude finding employment abroad. And finally, academic freedom is violated by the destroyed possibility of conducting impartial and objective academic work. Destruction of academic instructions, destruction of academic institutions, suspensions, and the refusal of promotions and theses, or blacklisting for fundings and projects, exclusions from editorial and review boards, and disinvitations from panels and conferences could be some examples to this situation. I think it's fair to talk about Aridification of Turkish Universities after the coup attempt. There is a significant erosion of the importance of the university. Because of the humiliating discourse of the government, intellectuals and academics lost their reputations in the public eye. Universities lost their already limited institutional autonomy. The government cancelled the rectorate elections, for example, and the president himself became the responsible body for the rectoral appointments. The power of Board of Higher Education has been multiplied. Several research and teaching fields are directly affected from the political situation. For example, gender studies departments or institutions are impacted from those massive purges. Universities started to lose their translocal dynamics. Even though the younger generation of researchers prefer to stay away from the heated political matters, they don't see the possibility of conducting research freely at the moment. Universities, of course, lost their appearances on world university rankings. The production of knowledge is not just a question of freedom of researchers within the academic world. Even though this is very important, it should also be accompanied by the existence of other intellectual spaces such as publishing houses, theaters, museums, or international exchanges. Beyond any doubt, there are some academics who state that the universities are content with the situation. They don't claim academic freedom or institutional autonomy. They are complying with the authoritarian regime. On the other hand, there are still a tiny minority of critical academics. They still try to survive in those corrupted institutions. They are struggling to continue their research and teaching. They try to keep a low profile. They are trying to negotiate to preserve their existence in higher education institutions. However, they are sad, they are tired, and they are demoralized. Psychologists are not risk-free totally. They are part of this academic and intellectual sphere, and 79 psychologists were banned from the public service with statutory degrees. 14 of them are the peace petitioners. Several psychologists who signed the peace petition were fired from the psychology departments without statutory degrees. Approximately 40 academics at psychology departments of those universities that are closed by statutory degrees lost their jobs with no possible future prospects. And of course, hundreds of students were also affected from this ongoing situation. Perhaps there's a silver lining here, which is Solidarity Academies. They stated that, in quote, "We aim to maintain our relation with the dare to knowledge that requires courage in producing and sharing knowledge, prioritizing peace vis-à-vis the authoritarian structures. In so doing, we aim to produce and share knowledge concerning equality, freedom, and solidarity that are excluded from the university sites." So far, there are Bir Arada, there are Kocaeli, Mersin, Ankara, İzmir University, Eskişehir Solidarity Academies. There is Of University, there is Campus Süzler, as well as Kültürhane. So the number of solidarity collectives are growing every day. Thank you so much for your attention.